I thought I would get something down on video for the Bite Me podcast listeners, just because we've talked about it on several episodes now about how certainly, rust and salt water is can be the bane of our existence as fishermen. So, a couple things that you can do to make sure that it prolongs the life of your boat, prolongs the life of your trailer, and all the components that need to be lubricated. And you got to do it obviously with the right product first of all. A lot of them out there, I've used a lot of them. The ones that I like the most are the ones that are non-conducive. In other words, you can spray it on electrical as well as metal, and that's why we've talked about BoShield T9, and that's one that I've really turned to in the last year almost exclusively. But some of the things that you got to do takes 5 or 10 minutes, and then twice a year you can maybe go a little more in depth. So I'll walk around right now. I'm going to keep it very informal because that's how I am. But obviously on your motor, you want to do it the right way. You want to get it professionally done as much as you can. But one thing you can do, especially with the BoShield T9, is take the cowling off your motor. You do it maybe while you're even flushing the motor, and just spray all the electrical connections, the actual connections into where they go, because those things can rust. And like I said, it's non-conducive, so it's really good. A lot of these little nuts right here, and I got a relatively new boat, but a lot of these nuts, this is where the salt and the corrosion happens. So I always get these nuts because you can't live without your power pole, right? And then the other thing I do is once a year, twice a year maybe, all these little hinges, it's worth spraying. Well, I got it right here, the rust and corrosion protection from BoShield T9. But if they rust, and our buddy Caleb McCumber dropped some tools in the water, and he needed this. It's the rust and stain remover from BoShield T9. I really like it. It does, in fact, it takes rust off, man. Here's the other thing that a lot of people don't remember to do. I think it's very, very important. Almost every time that I come off the water, I'll spray the actual lugs on my trailer just to make sure upkeep, keep them from rusting, etc. The other thing that you have to do every single time, for me anyway, is right here. This is stuff that if you ever had trailer problems, it usually starts right here. These are the components that you need to be able to take care of, as well as down here, take care of those as well. And then everything on here. It's really not that hard. Really appreciate you guys listening to the Bite Me podcast. We always talk about how glad we are that you guys are around, and we really appreciate it. So it's real simple stuff. Again, I use the BoShield T9. They have the rust and corrosion remover, which is good for tools and all that stuff, which obviously we drop them in the salt water a lot. But really, the regular BoShield T9 for all your components, just take care of them about twice a year. But the hitch, the wheels, and really I do the motor pretty regularly, especially the wiring connections, and that'll take care of it, man. It's a good product. I do like my new boat, by the way. I'm sure a lot of you people haven't seen it, but it's the Freedom Warrior, and I really love it, and we'll be taking it out real soon. Thanks a lot, man.